Hello everyone, and welcome back to the show. It's your host, ichino-ani here. Today is July 28th, a wonderful Monday, and you know what that means. It's time to pour a super interesting paper from the archives. Today we're diving into the world of machine learning, or TRPrompt. I found a really neat one for us. The title is TRPrompt, Bootstrapping, Numeric Prompt Optimization from Textual Rewards. Wow, that's a mouthful, isn't it? And the curl is Textual Rewards. We're correct, 25 by 7.18,618 won. It's so long. But don't worry everyone. I'll break it down for you, just like we're in class together. Let's figure out what this paper is all about, okay? So first things first, what problem are these smart researchers trying to solve? Imagine you have a super smart AI assistant, a large language model, or you can ask it to do all sorts of things. But they're not always great at really tricky problems, like hard math or logic puzzles. So to help them, we give them a little hint called a prompt. The famous one is just telling the AI, let's think step by step, and that helps a lot. But you know, that's like giving every student in a class the exact same hint for every single math problem. It might work for some, but not for others. Some problems need a special, custom-made hint. This paper is all about creating those special, custom hints for each and every question. They call this GUI-dependent prompt optimization. Now here's the tricky part. How do we teach an AI to make the perfect hint for any question? Well, the old way was to use numbers like a score. If the AI got the answer right with a certain hint, it gets a 1. If it gets it wrong, it gets a 0. But the paper says this is not very helpful. It's like a teacher just marking an answer as wrong, without explaining why it's wrong. AI doesn't learn much from just a 0. For example, two different hints might both lead to a wrong answer, so they both get a score of 0, but maybe one hint was almost right, and the other was completely off track. A simple number can't tell the difference. So, what's the big new idea in this paper? It's something called TRPrompt. Instead of using numbers, they decided to use words. They use what they call textual rewards. This is amazing. It's like instead of just getting a grade, AI gets real written feedback from a teacher. Feedback like, you did a great job setting up the equation, but you made a small mistake when you were adding the numbers. See, that's so much more helpful, right? The AI can learn exactly what it needs to fix. The way they do it is really clever. It's a 3-step process that they repeat over and over. First, one AI called the prompt model creates a special hint for a math problem. Second, another AI, the tutored model, tries to solve the problem using that hint. And third, a different AI, the textual reward model, looks at the answer and writes a detailed review of the hint. It says what was good and what was bad about it. Then the prompt model reads the feedback and learns from it, so it can make an even better hint next time. It's like a little feedback loop where the AI teaches itself to get better and better. How cool is that? And what's really interesting is that they use the same kind of AI for all the jobs. Alumni create model is the student, the teacher, and the hint writer. It's a system that helps itself improve. Now, let's think about how this compares to other technologies. You have the older methods, like one code called WOBO. These relied on those simple number scores, and they often needed a human to write a bunch of good hints to get started. That could be slow, and the AI might not learn to think outside the box. Or there are other methods that use text feedback, like TextScribe. They usually use it to make a quick fix on the spot. They don't use the feedback to train the model to be smarter in the long run. TRPrompt is special because it does both. It uses that rich, word-based feedback, and it uses it to actually train the prompt, making the AI over time. So the AI truly learns and improves. And it doesn't need any starting hints from people. It can figure things out all on its own. Okay. So this all sounds very technical, right? But how could this actually help us in our daily lives? I've got a few examples for you. First, think about a personalized AI tutor for students. Imagine your child is stuck on a math problem. Instead of just giving the answer, an AI with this technology could create a perfect, custom hint just for them. If the AI sees the student forgot to carry a number, it could generate a hint like, remember what happens when a column adds up to more than 9. This is exactly what TRPrompt does, creating a specific hint for a specific problem. Second, let's think about customer service chatbots. You know how sometimes you ask a complicated question, and the bot gives a totally useless, generic answer? Well, with this technology, the bot could create a better internal plan for itself. If you ask, could I return this shirt if I lost the receipt, but I have the credit card statement? The system could create a step-by-step reasoning prompt for itself. Like there's check the return policy for no receipt returns, and check if a credit card statement is an accepted proof of purchase. This would lead to a much more accurate and helpful answer for your specific situation. And for my third example, let's go to the doctor's office. Imagine an AI that helps doctors read medical scans like X-rays or MRIs. A doctor could describe the patient's symptoms, and the AI would generate a special prompt for its own analysis. For example, given the patient's morning headaches, focus the analysis on the frontal lobe area and search for any unusual pressure. This is so much better than a generic look for problems instruction. A textual feedback during its training would come from expert doctors, helping the AI learn how to look for the right things. So to wrap it all up, this paper introduces a really neat way to make an AI better at thinking. By using detailed, word-based feedback, just like a good teacher, the AI can learn to create perfect, custom hints for any tricky problem it faces. The results show it works really well, especially on super hard math tests. Outperforming other state-of-the-art methods, it's like we're teaching an AI how to be a better student by giving it a better teacher. The teacher's another AI. What a fascinating world we live in. Alright everyone, that's all the time we have for today. I hope you had fun learning with me. This is ichino-ani signing off. See you next time.